So guys, welcome back again to my life. Today we have some interesting topics to talk about. First of all, Bobrisky and VeryDarkman issue. I think it's back. So first of all, we're talking. Okay, today's topic is actually based on this issue of Bobrisky and VeryDarkman because Bobrisky had some lawyers to get her way out of that prison, and she didn't actually stay in the prison yard. But before we get to that main topic, the main gist of today, let's look at this some these headings that got me worried. Increased tuition fee by 50% amid government hike in taxation. So we've seen our government where people are hungry and tired of life, but we have a governor in Enugu State that's making life more tougher than it is already. Because we all know that every single Nigerian's life right now is in a mess. We are all struggling. Every single person in Nigeria is struggling. In Enugu, the governor first of all hikes or increased taxation. So to the extent that if you own a generator in Enugu State, you must pay a tax. And yet they went ahead to increase tuition fee by 50%. Then who are now expected to go to school? Who and who do they expect to go to school? This is so because I heard it as a rumor and I thought it was a joke, but I saw it in Sahara Reporters. It was verified that Governor Peter Mba increased school fees by 50%. Like we all of 50% means like almost half of the former school fees. So amid the hunger and anger in the country, what our government could do is to make life more harder than it is already. Because right now people can barely go to school. When I mean barely, I mean people can barely go to school right now. And then the government is going ahead to increase school fees, making it 50%. Then make it make sense. Because now an average Nigerian parents cannot train his children in school without crying. I still remember a day I went live, I shared a video or a video here with you guys that a lady or a woman came out and was crying to the government and was begging Peter Tinubu to make life easier. That she is a widow, that her husband was fired as a kidnappers, like kidnapped her husband, and then they paid ransom, but he was still fired by the kidnappers. So she was begging the government that they should help them by making life easier. But as it stands now, we don't have that government that will listen to us. We don't have that government that have the conscience to make our life easier. Because for a governor to go ahead, first of all, we are facing hunger and hardship in our country, but the government went ahead to increase taxation in that state. The same governor or same government went ahead to increase tuition fee by 50%. That means they don't have us in mind at all. We are on our own. I keep on saying this. Nigeria government don't care about Nigerians. Know how you survive and survive in Nigeria because as you can see them, they are all for themselves. There's no way to tell me that you increase taxation and still you are still increasing school fees. Like the money you got for taxation is not enough to make or to do the magic you want to do in Enugu State. But you went ahead to go and increase school fees, making parents to take their children to public schools because right now the people that left private school this year is massive. When I mean massive, I mean they are in huge number. People that left private schools now to public schools, they are massive because of what they can no longer condone or they cannot bear the hardship this government is giving us. So this already says that the fearless October protest in October, Arewa Youth Group says there is no way back, demands reversal of Tinubu's policies. Because we all the only thing the government has given us is a hard policies. No policies that the government has given us are beneficial to us. All of them have kept us in pains and regrets. Because those people that voted Tinubu are regretting it so badly because these people are from the north. They are the ones crying that Tinubu must resign, Tinubu must go, Tinubu must do this one. Whereas most of them voted for him, that means they are all regretting it. So they are saying that there is no going back, that protest must happen whether the government wants it or not. And then the main reason for that protest is just for the reversal of the policies that this government has given us, because every single policy that they give us is not working. It's making life more harder. Down to the when Tinubu came in office, the first thing he did was to remove fuel subsidy, and then he told us that we should get the ground running. That means we should get ready for more, because this government are not even started with us. They will still show us more sugar. Because for those that went ahead to vote for these people on seats, they must suffer it to the end, because I believe we all are grown enough to know the good from the bad. But some person decide to neglect the good and go ahead to do the bad. Because no way we are all suffering in Nigeria, but some persons still went ahead, because that election is still, yeah, it still have an effect till today. That last election that was rigged, is the effect is still on us till today. Those people that voted Tinubu in, okay, now those people that voted Tinubu, let me show you this tweet now. You'll be shocked. So Tinubu presidency spends 9.2 billion to purchase state house vehicles in 3 months amid hardship. So those people that are supporting APC, this is where we are, where people cannot go to school. There's no good school structure. There's no food. There's no light. Everything is hard. Fuel is high, but yet our government is spending 9.2 billion to purchase state house vehicles. This tweet or this comment, this headlines now is for those people that are supporting APC. Let me see if some people don't even use to reason that we have seen that then a party is not conducive. A party is not giving us what we want. And yet some persons did a election. I was that was the day I gave up in Nigeria. Because some persons in those states we are rejoicing that APC we are getting votes. And the same person, then people that are Nigerians that are facing the hunger, that are Nigerians that are facing the hunger and the hardship, are the same people that went ahead to also collect bribe and went ahead to vote for APC. And on my life, a day today, someone was tweeting, was commenting that APC must win, APC must win, and that person is in Nigeria. In my life, he was commenting it that APC must win, that APC must win, and then you ask yourself if that person is well at all. That we are in this country, we are in this mess, and that the persons are proudly saying that APC must win, that they stand with APC. There are nothing that can happen that APC must win, that APC is a good party. Despite the hike in fuel price, despite the hike in fuel, despite the hike in food, the scarcity in everything, the insecurities, the hunger, the kidnapping, because it is some APC governments that are linked to kidnappers. If our leaders are linked to banditry, but yet some persons still support them. Make it make sense. Because there's no way a country is dying of hunger. A country is going down. But all our leaders are after is spending money to purchase vehicles. Kondo governor, I think as of the last 2 months, gave out 56 SUVs despite the hunger in that state. The same Nigeria, former governor of Kogi State, stole 800 million naira. And if you go to Kogi State now, before they got the new government, there is no developed school in Kogi State. All the ex-governors' children are schooling in Abuja. That means there is no single good school in that state. But the man have the mind, the conscience, the effort to loot 800 million naira. And yet he is still on the street. The EFCC have done absolutely nothing about it. All they told us is that he's wanted, and yet he is going around the street freely. But go to the EFCC detention now, you will see mostly Yahoo boys that have done nothing to this government. There are people that custody, but yet we have people that have evidence of what they've done. We have seen that this person stole this money with evidence, but EFCC are yet to arrest him. And you tell me that this country can move forward, where the people that are in charge of crime are also collecting bribe. There's no way on earth to tell me that EFCC, that if they want to arrest Yaya Bello, they would have arrested Yahya Bello a long time ago. But because we are in a system of government where violent corruption have taken over, they did not do anything about it. And yet they will go around, if they see a young man, a young boy, driving a good car, dressing well, building house, they will go and arrest him without investigation, without evidence that he is into fraud. They will arrest him. So far as being in this country, the government have shown that they don't want the betterness of this country, especially our youth. We should be aware that the country don't in any way are not concerned about our well-being. So far, they can go after a young guy doing well, a youth doing well for himself. Government goes after him that he is into fraud without investigation. But we have some leaders, politicians that have gone away with our public funds and are still moving around, yet to be arrested. And you are telling me that Nigerians can move forward. Nigerians, it is time we fight for ourselves. Before I continue, let me read this tweet that said that Edo government election, okay, the results show Nigerians haven't reached their suffering limit. Because this is just it. For some persons to go ahead to support APC, collect bribe, that means they have not suffered very well. I think that the place where they cannot collect bribe is in the north. Because I've seen that they've reached their suffering limit, that they have suffered so much that they cannot sell their destiny again for peanuts. And I think that those people need to experience, because it's true. Many Nigerians have not reached their suffering limit. They are still enjoying. Because actually we have reached our limits that we don't have any option than for Nigeria to have a good government. That is the only period where we can start talking about getting Nigeria back. Because right now, Nigeria is far gone. We are not getting Nigeria back. Because there's no oneness. We have allowed bribery and corruption to eat up our lives, our conscience. Because I keep on saying, for those that be following my life, that why Nigeria cannot get better is because of one thing or two things, but they are still together. Two things, which are bribery and corruption. With these two things now, Nigeria can never ever move forward, because when you get down to our police, they are easily bribed. You see someone that stole something now, and then you now go to report to the police. Then the victim goes to report to the police. You see that once they bribe the police will say that the victim is one that is guilty self, because they've bribed him. There is no justice in Nigeria because of bribery and corruption. We are in the mess we are right now because of bribery and corruption. Nigerians have not yet reached that limit that there is no more hope. Because right now, I think some persons still have hope that they will survive in Nigeria. But till we get to that level of no hope, that is the only period where we can start thinking with our senses. Because there's no time that somebody have sense now in this Nigeria, this say that APC is working, that APC will win. But before that, sir, let's now get down to the main topic of the day, which is this issue between Bobrisky, Fars, VeryDarkman. Because we all can attest that VeryDarkman is a person that always comes out to say the truth. So far, so good. He has been saying the truth, and he has been helping some persons to get their fund back. If they fraud you, you can report to him, and then he will help you get your fund back. At least you know him to be doing some good works in Nigeria. But now this issue of Bobrisky has skyrocketed to another level. That Farana have put mouth, father have put mouth. So let me read this headline that says that Fars demands retraction, apology from VeryDarkman for defamatory allegations. So VeryDarkman said that Bobrisky paid or bribed some lawyers so that she will not be in the prison but be in a private house. So that have ignited a lot of comments, a lot of posts, and a lot of threats on the internet. So the legal chambers of renowned human rights lawyer Femi Falana, who know him is a lawyer, have issued a formal letter demanding a retraction of defamatory statements made against his son, Farori Falana, formerly known as Faz. The demand was made in response to allegations linking Faz to a conversation involving Idris Okuneye, which is known as Bobrisky, regarding financial assistance and legal intervention. The matter of. So in a letter dated September 26, which is today, which is to be tomorrow, signed by Taiwo E. Oluwade and posted on Fast Instagram page, Falana legal team addressed Martin Vincent, formerly known as VeryDarkman, the author of a social media post that insinuated Fast involvement in a scheme to secure a potential pardon for Bobrisky, who has been embroiled in legal trouble over Naira abuse charges. So, according to the documents, Bobrisky had allegedly requested legal advice and financial help from FAS, asking for 3 million naira to pay correctional center officials to secure VIP treatment during his detention. So it's not saying that Bobrisky was asking for a help from FAS, that he should lend him 3 million naira so that she can pay and secure a VIP treatment during his detention. You know, he was actually arrested for abuse of naira, where there's a video of him or with her trending on social media where she was spending money or he was spending money, and then they announced that she is guilty of naira laundering. So, despite being advised by FAS that such payments were unnecessary, Bobrisky insisted, leading to a refusal from FAS to provide financial support. Document read: to set the record straight, our client never at any point initiated a conversation with Mr. Idris Okuneye. Our client had documentary evidence that Mr. Idris was in fact the one who initiated the call. Omo, the matter long ago. So specifically on the 4th of May, Mr. Idris Bobrisky contacted our client requesting a phone conversation with him. Our client gratuitously obliged, having knowledge of the Naira abuse charges leveled against him and genuinely believing he might require legal advice. So Bobrisky called shortly after but insisted of soliciting legal advice, stated that he was in distress and needed financial assistance of about 3 million, which he claimed he needed to pay some officials to be permitted to stay in the VIP section of the correctional sector. Like I said, the matter long. So our client in the same conversation advised him that there was no need to pay the officials of the correctional center any money. However, Bobrisky said that his lawyer had messed up his case by asking him to plead guilty to the charges because at that time they said that Bobrisky to plead guilty so that he will be reduced the most given to him in detention. So that means the lawyer even messed up by telling him to do that because he said it here that his lawyer had messed up his case by asking him to plead guilty to the charges filed against him. Bobrisky insisted on his request for the money, which our clients continuously disapproved. Another team emphasized that their clients never solicited or agreed to assist Bobrisky financially. Instead, they characterized the post as a vicious, wicked, and reckless attempt to malign Far's reputation. Omo, the case long ago. So the letter demanded an immediate retraction of the offending statement with 24 hours of receiving the letter, along with a public apology. So I said that that man must come out publicly and plead for forgiveness and apology for spoiling Far's name as they allegedly said. So they said that he should render a public apology across all platforms where the defamatory remarks were made. Be advised that if you do not receive your formal transaction and apology as under within 24 hours of the receipt hereof, we shall proceed with our client's instruction to seek appropriate legal remedies, including monetary damages against you for your incendiary publication and dissemination of defamatory statements. The letter added. So the issue now is that they are saying that VeryDarkman, VeryDarkman is wrong by blaming FARS to be linked to Bobrisky's case, and now say that FARS refused to help Bobrisky because he knows what he's getting himself into since he's a lawyer. But let me read out this tweet. Be mindful of the company you keep. Bob stand dangerously close to tarnishing Fanana's legacy. A career built not only on experience but on years of relentless dedication, sacrifice, and hard-earned integrity. A lifetime work can be undone by careless association. So this is also an advice to my viewers: mind who you follow. So VDM, Falana, and FARS have done nothing wrong. They are lawyers and can give valid counsel to anyone they deem a client, state or federal. Pardon law. While some of the work you do is great, you need a lot of education because your illiteracy always shines through. Because we all know that VeryDarkman is doing a great job. No doubt about it. It's not hidden. It's helping people to get not to be scammed and so on. So that says that nothing is wrong for a lawyer to give advice to his client, because that's what FARS did for letter we read. That FARS only gave advice to Bobrisky and not support financially. That VDM is wrong by giving that tweet and must tender an apology publicly, because he went publicly also to tarnish the image of FARS as they allegedly said. So Annabelle tweeted exactly what I was talking about earlier. VeryDarkman is ignorant of the law, and that's why he's invading people's privacy brazenly. But I don't think that's true, because he have helped in so many cases. He have even helped the NAFDAC self to arrest some persons and so on. So let's see how this case go. By tomorrow, they say 24 hours, which means tomorrow. Let's see if VeryDarkman will render the apology, because I know he might not, or he might and then do the apology. But let's stay woke and know if we do that. So I'll see you guys in my next slide. But before I end this, ASU strike is warning the government with 14 days ultimatum, saying government must meet their demand, because the government are still owing them salary that are due since 2022. That means a lot of fees or to be owed our teachers, our lecturers. So that asking the government that they have 14 days to meet the demand, or else they strike. And this will be an indefinite strike. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to always subscribe.